In today's video, I'm going to show you a very powerful trick that many beginners and even some intermediate users don't know about, and that is how to use the Camera Raw filter in Photoshop without actually needing a raw image file. Usually, when people think of Camera Raw, they think of expensive cameras and huge proprietary files like DNGs or CR2s. But the truth is that Adobe has integrated this massive power directly into the Photoshop filter menu. This means you can use those professional-grade sliders on your standard JPEGs, your PNGs, and even your TIFF files to get that high-end, polished look in just a few clicks. Whether you are a photographer, a graphic designer, or just someone who wants their social media photos to pop, this technique is a total game changer for your workflow. If this video helps you improve your editing skills, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button to stay updated with more professional design tips. Now, let's jump right into the software and get started. The first thing you need to do is open Adobe Photoshop and bring in the image you want to work on. As I mentioned, this can be any standard image format. For this example, I am just using a normal JPEG that I have on my desktop. Once your image is open, you'll see it listed as a background layer in your Layers panel. Now, before we apply any filters, there is a very important professional step you should always take. Right-click on your layer name and select Convert to Smart Object. This is highly recommended because it makes your edit non-destructive. By turning it into a smart object, you can always go back and change your Camera Raw settings later if you realize you pushed the exposure too far or need to tweak the colors differently. If you don't do this, the changes are baked into the pixels and you can't easily undo them later. Once your layer is a smart object, it is time to access the main event. Go up to the top menu bar, click on Filter, and then locate Camera Raw Filter in the drop-down menu. You can also use the keyboard shortcut Shift-Command-A on a Mac or Shift-Control-A on a PC. When you click this, a brand new window will pop up that looks like a simplified version of Lightroom. This is the Camera Raw interface. On the right-hand side, you will see a series of panels, starting with the Basic panel. This is where the magic happens. Even though this isn't a RAW file, these sliders are incredibly responsive. Start by looking at your exposure. If your photo is a bit dark, gently slide it to the right to brighten the overall image. Next, look at the contrast slider. This is perfect for adding depth and making the subject stand out from the background. One of the best parts of using this filter on JPEGs is the highlights and shadows control. If you have a bright sky that is blown out, pull the highlight slider to the left to recover some of that detail. If you have dark areas where you can't see the texture, pull the shadow slider to the right. It is amazing how much data Photoshop can pull out of a standard JPEG using this specific engine. After that, look at the clarity and texture sliders. If you want to add a bit of grit or sharpness to your image, sliding these to the right will enhance the mid-tone contrast and make the details really sharp. Alternatively, if you are working on a portrait and want a softer look, you can slide them slightly to the left. Don't forget the temperature and tint sliders at the very top. These allow you to fix the white balance. If your photo looks too yellow because of indoor lighting, just slide the temperature toward the blue side to cool it down. Once you have played with the sliders and your image looks exactly how you want it, simply go to the bottom right of the Camera Raw window and click OK. Now, because we converted our layer into a smart object earlier, you'll see Camera Raw Filter listed as a sublayer in your Layers panel. You can double-click it at any time to reopen the sliders and make further adjustments. This workflow gives you the ultimate control and the highest quality possible for non-RAW images. It's essentially giving you the power of a professional darkroom on a standard cell phone photo. This is one of those essential Photoshop skills that will save you so much time compared to using individual adjustment layers for every single change. And that's it. You have successfully learned how to unlock the Camera Raw filter for any image type and how to use it safely and professionally using smart objects. If this video helped you out today, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button and leave a comment below if you have any questions about this process. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.